Kruranath Prabhu, followed by Jagarini.
Karpanya dosho pahatak svabhava prachami twang dharma sangmudha chetaha yachtrayakshan nishchitan bruhitan me shishyastehang sadhimang twang prapanam. Arjuna said, now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure due to miserly weakness. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me what is best for me. Now I'm soul surrendered unto you and your disciple, please instruct me. So, dear Srila Prabhupada, when you departed in 1977, we were devastated. I remember Bahudak Prabhu bowing down before the Vyasasana in Vancouver Temple, crying and sobbing uncontrollably. And we were all thinking, what will we do now? How will things go on in your physical absence? I'm sure many other disciples like me have wondered, what if you could have stayed longer? What great things might we have accomplished? What mistakes might we have avoided? What new wonders might you have shown us? And yet our duty is to accept the reality of the world as it is and do what we must do now rather than speculate about what might have been. One time when I had the good fortune of meeting you in a dream, it momentarily occurred to me that I could ask you to resolve many questions that had arisen among your disciples after your departure. But when I tried to think of a question, I found I had no questions to ask. In your presence, no problems occurred to me, and I was just happy to be meeting you. You have given us everything we need, and each of us can be with you through devotional service. Ultimately, it is the duty of each of us to surrender to Guru and Krishna with a purified heart, and it is only ourselves who hold us back. You write in the purport to Bhagavad Gita 3:37, when a living entity comes in contact with the material creation, his eternal love for Krishna is transformed into lust in association with the mode of passion. And in the purport to 341, when love of God deteriorates into lust, it is very difficult to return to the normal condition. Nonetheless, Krishna consciousness is so powerful that even a late beginner can become a lover of God by following the regulative principles of devotional service. So from any stage of life, or from the time of understanding its urgency, one can begin regulating the senses in Krishna consciousness, devotional service of the Lord, and turn lust into love of Godhead, the highest perfectional stage of human life. So the simple instructions are already there, and you've given us volumes of pure Krishna conscious instructions to digest and distribute. Your divine presence is factually available to us at every moment. It is only our attachment to material energy and aversion to devotional service that separates us from you. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
And Jagarini, followed by Mahatma Prabhu.
Just when you think it couldn't get any better. Jai Prabhupada. Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutalaya Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shanivari Paskacharya Satarani. In Los Angeles on December 13th, 1973, on the disappearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Srila Prabhupada spoke. He began his class by explaining prakat and aprakat, appearance and disappearance. That for a devotee or a non-devotee, all living entities, there is no difference between their appearance or their disappearance. Spiritually, there is no difference because we are all eternal. Although in disappearance, we may feel sadness and separation, but spiritually there is no difference. I joined the LA Temple that February and received Diksha from Srila Prabhupada in May, after only 5 months since I'd first heard of Krishna's name, and only 3 months after joining the temple. In that short amount of time, I was given and read a Bhagavad Gita as it is. I met Satsvarup Maharaj and was happily delivered to the LA Temple. I remember listening to that class with undivided attention, as Srila Prabhupada told us about his first meeting with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and how his friend dragged him there. He had seen so many so-called sadhus and was unimpressed by them. But this was different. Srila Prabhupada then said that we would be happy to know that even when he was young among his friends, he was always considered the leader. So his friend wanted to know Srila Prabhupada's opinion about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, and after that first meeting, Srila Prabhupada accepted Srila Bhaktisiddhanta as his spiritual master in his heart. Years later, just before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta passed away, he wrote to Srila Prabhupada asking him to preach in the West. And fortunately for us, Srila Prabhupada made that instruction his life's mission. Then Srila Prabhupada, in that class, thanked all of us, saying that we were representatives of his Guru Maharaj, and we were helping him in executing the order of his Guru Maharaj. Then his voice quivered and he began to cry. I remember feeling so happy listening to Srila Prabhupada. I felt transported by his transcendental sound to the spiritual world. We never thought of him as old. We never thought he'd leave us. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, "He reasons ill who tells that Vaishnavas die, when thou art living still and sound. The Vaishnavas die to live, and living try to spread the holy name around." So in honoring this auspicious day, we have an opportunity to reflect on our relationship with Srila Prabhupada and how we can improve our service. We can understand that following Srila Prabhupada's instructions, reading his books, listening to his classes is the way to associate with him. By Vani, associating with his words and instructions. We have all experienced this. When I think of how short a time we had Srila Prabhupada physically present with us, for me only 4 years, how is it possible to feel him so profoundly, to carry him with us? How is it even possible? I feel so fortunate to be here among all of you, exalted Vaishnavas. I feel grateful for all devotee association and for the beautiful life Srila Prabhupada has given me. Starting this movement took him years of hard work and sacrifice, and I pray that he will keep me around to attempt to repay my debt to him by serving him, his devotees, and his mission eternally. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.